A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello everyone, welcome to A+ English. I'm Mike.
I'm Chickling.
Today, Chickling, we're going to be trying out a new job.
Oh, what kind
Are
of
you
job?
ready?
Yeah, I
know,
am.
I'm not sure you're dressed really nicely as usual,
Thank
but I'm
you.
not sure you're dressed for the job because we're going to be working in an MRT station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and well, one thing is they have a lot of air conditioning, so you might get a little cold working in the MRT station. But of course, there are many other jobs apart from the people answering questions and giving you tickets and driving the trains. There are many other jobs that people in MRT stations would do. But it's no doubt that the MRT is a popular and very quick way of getting around the city.
Yeah.
So here's our question. How often do you take buses, subways, or trains?
I would say not very often.
Really?
Because, I take Uber all the time
Oh,
because
that's
it's so
right.
much faster.
And you have little time to get from one place to another. Yeah.
But
Okay.
if I'm like just walking around the city and meeting up with my friends, there's no time pressure,
On the
then
weekend.
yeah, I'll take the MRT for sure.
Okay. And do you generally like taking the MRT?
Not the MRT, but high-speed train. I like it.
Oh, wow.
Once a month because I
Yes.
go back home
I see, right? Sure.
once a month.
High-speed train saves you lots of time, and it's very clean, it's very fast, it's very convenient. It's wonderful. I'm on the bus and the MRT every day. Sometimes 2, sometimes 4 times a day. I might go out, come back, go out again, come back. I love it. I think it's great. The air is very clean.
Yeah.
Right? Driving a scooter can have some pollution. It doesn't get frustrating like you're stuck in your car. And of course, I love the cool air conditioning and I can read my book in the summer on the subway. So if you see a happy person on the subway reading a book, that
That's
might
you.
be me. Generally happy. All right, let's look at our article and then we'll be back to talk more about working on the MRT.
Working in an MRT station. Warm-up question. How often do you take buses, subways, or trains?
What do you do at your job?
I'm an MRT station worker. We keep the station safe and the trains working properly. We also answer passengers' questions.
What do you like about your job?
I don't need to take any work home. I can finish everything during work time. So, I get to enjoy time to myself after work.
What kind of person would be good at your job?
You must like talking to other people. You'll have to provide passengers with service and work with other station workers. So, you must be a good team player. We must also take care of emergencies. It takes logical and careful thinking.
All right, so yeah, our article is all about working on the MRT. And I got to admit, as a young kid, I thought that maybe being an MRT driver would kind of be a cool job.
I know, right?
Go down those tunnels real fast.
Yeah.
But that's all I really know about it. It looks cool. So we're actually going to be reading an interview with a real MRT worker and find out more about the job and maybe some of the stuff that's not quite so cool, but also very important for keeping the MRT running safely and efficiently. So our question that the interviewer begins with is a good one. What do you do at your job? Yeah.
所以我们今天要访问一个人，这个人呢在 MRT station 就是捷运站工作。然后我们一开始就说 What do you do at your job？ 就是说你的工作内容有哪一些呢？
That's right. And Jasmine, this is the MRT worker, doesn't really tell us what she does at the job. She kind of gives us her job title. She says, I'm an MRT station worker. Oh, okay. Well, at least from that, we know she doesn't drive the trains, right? She's not an MRT mechanic. She doesn't fix the trains at the end of the day or something. She is the kind of person you would be getting answers from, buying tickets from, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
She works at the MRT station. She's an MRT station worker.
Yeah, 所以呢，我们来看一下今天第一个单字 station。Station 就是车站，所以呢，如果我们要说是火车站，我们就说 train station。那如果是公车站，就是 bus station。那我们可以指电视台的意思哦，电视台就是 television station。那在我们也可以指站啊、所啊或区。所以在美国呢，我们会说 gas station， 就是代表加油站。那如果是警察局的话，就是 police station。好，那我们再看一个句子 ：People started to get on the train after it arrived at the station。就是火车呢抵达车站之后，人们就开始上车了。
All right, so we're back to the interview. We know so far that Jasmine is an MRT worker and she works at the station, but we don't really know what does that mean. What is your work that you do at the station? Luckily, we get a further answer from Jasmine and she explains that's her and her other fellow MRT station workers, her team. We keep the station safe and the train's working properly. Okay, so they want to make sure that people get on the train safely. Sometimes older people can use the train. Sometimes people have trouble on the escalators, right? Things like that. And they also keep the trains working properly. And she adds, we also answer passengers' questions. Yeah, there's all sorts of questions people might have. They've never taken the train. They're a tourist, right? They want to know how to get to a certain place. They want to buy new tickets, all sorts of questions that different people have through the day. Jasmine can help them all out.
哇哦，所以呢，我们就知道说 Jasmine 的工作在以前一段是做这一些工作。那这边出现一个 properly 就是恰当地或正确地，所以呢，他们保证车站的安全，车子可以正常的运行 ，make sure everybody is safe.
Sure, of course.
或者是乘客有问题的话，我们可以找他们帮忙解答。那另外，老师刚刚的句子里面有出现 passenger，let's take a look。Passenger 就是乘客或旅客，所以有一种专门载人的火车就叫做 passenger train， 所以我们可以说 This is a passenger train, not a goods train， 就是不是载货品，是载人的。那我们再看一个句子哦 A few passengers are getting off the bus right now， 就是呢有几名乘客呢现在正在下公车。
All right, so back to our interview. Now we know the basic idea of what Jasmine does at her job at the MRT station. Here's another good question from the interviewer. They ask, what do you like about your job? Because, every job has things you might like and enjoy, and maybe some other things you don't like so much. So here, we're looking at the good stuff. What do you like about your job?
所以你喜欢你工作有哪些地方呢？
Yeah, well, Jasmine says, this is a great answer, I don't need to take any work home. I can finish everything during work time. So I get to enjoy time to myself after work. It's true, a lot of jobs, especially a job where you're in an office, you might have to take the work home. This maybe means actually taking papers and stuff home with you, but it could also just mean working on your computer at home in kind of the same way you work on your computer at the office. Your boss sends you an email late at night or on the weekend. You still have to do the work. But with Jasmine's job, she doesn't need to do that. She can't really take the trains home and fix the trains at home. She can't really bring the passengers home and answer their questions at her house. So she basically just does her work at work in the MRT station. Then when it's time to go home, she just goes home. As she says, I get to enjoy time to myself after work. I don't have customers calling or bosses sending me emails or anything like that. So if it's 5 p.m. and my day is done, her day is done. She can just go home.
Sounds like a very good
That's
job.
actually a good thing.
You get to relax fully after work.
Absolutely, even on the weekends.
Yeah, 所以呢很好诶。他说，Jasmine 说他是不用带工作回家的哦，他只需要在上班时间把工作完成，然后下班就可以好好的放松。那这边有一个 after， 这个 after 就是在什么之后，所以比如说 ，Hey, let's go swimming after breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah. 就是 after 吃完早餐嘛，那我们也可以说后面可以接一个子句，比如说 He called me after he saw my message， 所以他看到我的讯息就打给我了。
That's right. Something happens and then after something else might happen. Now, here's a good question. Follow up to the one before. The interviewer asks, what kind of person would be good at your job? So here, we're kind of talking about what sort of personality or that kind of thing. What person would enjoy this job or be good at the job? I mean, you can kind of imagine that if you're shy around other people and feel uncomfortable talking to strangers, this probably isn't the kind of job. That would be very clear. But what kind of person would be good at this job? Or what kind of person would like this job?
所以呢，我们另外要访问这个 Jasmine 说，那什么样的人是适合你的工作的呢？
And Jasmine says, you must like talking to other people. That's right. If you're super shy, if you feel very uncomfortable, I can't talk to other people. This maybe is not the job because you have to help people. You have to answer questions. And I think most of the jobs in the MRT, even if you're not working with public, you still have to work as a team.
True.
Right? So you definitely need to be, as we would also maybe say, a people person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a people person.
所以呢 are you? I think you are.
I can be.
Yeah, I don't think I am.
I can be.
所以呢，你一定要很喜欢跟人家讲话，因为每天都要面对客人啊、客户。
Yeah, she explains a little bit more about what she means by you must like talking to people, you must be a people person. Jasmine goes on to explain you'll have to provide passengers with service and work with other station workers. So some of those people would be strangers. These are the passengers you're helping, the tourists or other travelers. And then, of course, in the station, you have to work with other station workers. This would be your work team.
所以呢，这边就 provide someone with something， 就是提供什么东西给某人。那我们先进到今天的 Magic Box。Magic
Box。Hello， 大家好，我是 Casey。今天 Magic Box 的主角呢，就是 provide 这个动词，我们好好来认识它一下吧。这个 provide 我们知道还有提供啊，或者是给予他人所需要的东西这样的意思。那它的用法呢，以下呢我们分成3种这个 provide 常见的用法哦。第一种呢很单纯哦，就是 provide 后面直接加上名词，表示提供这项东西。比方说呢 ，This high school provides lunch every day。这间中学呢每天都会提供午餐。那 provide lunch 提供午餐嘛，这个很简单 ，provide 直接加名词。那再来呢，如果我是要说提供某物给某个人，这时候呢，我就可以用今天的第2还有第3种用法咯。第一个，我可以说 provide something for somebody。所以呢，今天学的例句，如果我刚刚要说，这间中学每天都有提供午餐给学生们，这时候呢，我就可以套用这个公式哦。This high school provides lunch for the students every day。里面的 provide lunch for the students 就是说提供午餐给学生们，用 for 这个介系词哦。那最后一种句型呢，就是 provide somebody with something。这个跟刚刚第2种句型的差别呢，就是把提供的东西还有我提供的对象调换。那这时候中间的介系词也要记得换成 with 才对哦。所以呢，同一句话大家知道该怎么用第3种句型代换吗？ This high school provides the students with lunch every day。这边的 provides the students with lunch， 记得这个句型呢，就是要先把人讲出来，后面 with 再加上我提供的东西或者是服务哦。好啦，那以上3种 provide 的用法，大家一定要自己练习哦。
所以呢，在捷运站工作呢，不只要服务乘客，你还是要跟同事互动嘛。You have to talk to customers every day. Not customers, but passengers.
That's right. That's all part of the service.
Yeah. 所以我们另外看到 service 的一个字就是服务。Let's take a look. Service 就是服务，所以如果是好服务就是 good service， 不好的服务 bad service。所以比如说 the restaurant is known for its good service， 代表这间餐厅呢是以它的好服务闻名的。那再看一个有关服务的句子 I need someone to fix my car. Do you have this service? 我需要有人修理我的车，你们有提供这个服务吗
All right, so we're back, and Jasmine goes on to explain why working with people is such an important skill. So you must be a good team player. That's right, you're working on a team. Here she's using this term team player, not talking about someone on a baseball or a basketball team, just someone who works well with other people, who can work in a team and be happy working with other people.
所以 team player 指的就是很通力合作，可以很好在teamwork 里面可以做得很好的人，所以他就说你必须是一个很优秀的团队工作者。
Now here's something else that's also very interesting. Jasmine goes on to say, we, that's the MRT station workers, we must also take care of emergencies. It takes logical and careful thinking. So if you're the kind of person who just can't control yourself when things get a little crazy, this probably isn't the job for you because, you are working in situations where there could be accidents, there could be fires, there could be a crime happening, on the MRT. It's a big place. Anyone can go in, and of course you have these big machines in there. So, there is a bit of danger, or at least there is the possibility of danger, the chance of an emergency. And of course, when an emergency happens, you can't run around, screaming and crying or something like that. You can't just run out of the station and go, bye-bye, this is too much for me. No, you need to calm down and use logical and careful thinking. So the kind of person who we would say can stay calm in an emergency.
所以 emergency 就是紧急事件啦。所以当紧急事件发生的时候，老师刚刚又提到就是要冷静 calm down, you have to calm down。或者呢，你需要什么 logical 这边出现了 it takes logical and careful thinking， 代表呢需要合乎逻辑的，你的必须要很仔细的去思考的意思。所以遇到紧急状况，还是得运用逻辑跟仔细思考去处理。那老师刚刚提到的 careful， 我们再来看一下有没有更多的用法。Careful 就是小心的或者是谨慎的，所以如果我们说小心一点，就是 be careful， 或者是呢小心什么东西，可以加一个 with， 比如说 be careful with that knife or you will cut yourself， 你要小心的把刀，不然你会割伤自己的。那我们再用一个 be careful， 我们再造一个句子 Please be careful and don't drop this box, it has glass in it。 小心不要摔到这个盒子哦，盒子里面有玻璃。
All right, so those were some pretty interesting answers to some good questions. I think we have a bit of an idea of what life is like working in the MRT. All right, so that's all the article we have for you today, but we do have a review time. So let's go away for a second and then come right back and we'll review our new words.
Review time.
All right, so our review time is going to be, as we mentioned, looking at the 4 new words we came across in today's article in the interview. Let's look back. Those words were, or are, station, passenger, service, and careful. All right, so we're going to play a quick game of fill in the blanks.
Yay, my favorite one.
I'll give you a sentence with a missing word, and you have to pick which of those 4 words will be the right word to put in our blank or in the space in our sentence. Are you ready, madam?
I am.
All right, so let's see. We'll begin this one by saying, well, the other day, I was at my local MRT blank.
I was at my local MRT station.
That's right. And at the station, I saw a blank who needed special blank.
It has to be a noun, so I saw a passenger.
Who needed special blank.
Who needed special should be a noun.
Possibly, yeah.
Careful and service. Who needed service?
Who needed special service. Why did this passenger need special service? This passenger was blind. Right? Their eyes didn't work so well, and they had to be very blank when getting around the station.
Oh, so they had to be very careful.
They had to be very careful. And I would also say that the MRT worker who helped them get down to the train, that worker was also very blank.
That worker was also very careful.
Very careful. And they gave this special passenger very good blank.
Very good service.
I missed a passenger there. I could have given you 2, but you did very well. You got like 6 with only 4 words. So did you guys do so well? It could have been 7. So you were lucky with 6. Anyways, join us tomorrow when we'll have more about working in an MRT station. It's going to be really interesting. And until then, maybe we'll see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys on the MRT. she'll be in a taxi. But we'll both be back here tomorrow.
Sometimes I take MRT
You'll
too.
be in an Uber.
Yeah, you'll
we'll
sometimes
see you
take-
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Working in an MRT station. Warm-up question. How often do you take buses, subways, or trains?
What do you do at your job?
I'm an MRT station worker. We keep the station safe and the trains working properly. We also answer passengers' questions.
What do you like about your job?
I don't need to take any work home. I can finish everything during work time. So, I get to enjoy time to myself after work.
What kind of person would be good at your job?
You must like talking to other people. You'll have to provide passengers with service and work with other station workers. So, you must be a good team player. We must also take care of emergencies. It takes logical and careful thinking. Word power.
Station. Station. People started to get on the train after it arrived at the station. People started to get on the train after it arrived at the station. Passenger. Passenger. A few passengers are getting off the bus right now. A few passengers are getting off the bus right now. Service. Service. I need someone to fix my car. Do you have this service? I need someone to fix my car. Do you have this service? Careful. Careful. Please be careful and don't drop this box. It has glass in it. Please be careful and don't drop this box. It has glass in it.
认识字汇
Properly. Properly. Emergency. Emergency. Logical. Logical.